Welcome back to Brute Mode EX Plus. This is part 5 of the Brute Mode EX Plus mod, the mod that makes the game much harder. I suggest you watch the previous parts first, since most things are changed. Today we are continuing on Night Roof, a set of extension levels introduced in this mod, designed to be incredibly difficult. You get 100 bonus starting sun on Night Roof to compensate. Let's jump straight into where we left off. Level 6-7 throws back to 6-4, where the only zombie in the early game is basic zombies, but this time, the level is much easier instead of more difficult. This is because you now start with 5 columns of flower pots instead of 4 every level after level 6-6. Now, the first puff shroom you plant doesn't get blocked by the roof, making the early game significantly easier. The other zombies that can spawn before the first flag are just football zombies and dancing zombies, both of which are very easy to stop because they don't come in large quantities. Football zombies are easily solved by one tallnut. They count as 7 basic equivalent. Only one of them can be spawned every wave, so we only need to defend one road at once when they come. Using double sun producers should also allow you to afford a plethora of starfruits and plantain to shut up the dancing zombies, with no threat of pole vaulters killing them. 6-7 is the easiest level of the entire 6th world in Brute Mode EX Plus thanks to the easy early game, albeit having 3 flags. This level also introduces 2 new zombies after the first flag. The Buckethead Gatling Pea zombie shoots peas in the spread direction, meaning they can reach all rows with its spread attack as well as deal a ton of damage to any row it's in. The easy solution is Magna Shroom to remove its Buckethead immediately so starfruits can kill them quickly. The only other metallic zombie in this level are ladder zombies, so there won't be too much interference disrupting our Magna Shrooms. The Tallnut zombie seems like it does nothing because it's nothing special other than just a huge chunk of health. It will constantly heal itself up, allowing it to absorb more damage. For every second you don't damage the Tallnut zombie, its health will increase exponentially, faster and faster. This makes instant spam ineffective against them, which is why starfruits are good to keep them healing slower since they are constantly getting hit by a star or 2. Thankfully, Tallnuts can blockade them until we spend Doomshroom to make them not a very big threat. If shovel zombies come, you can just get a squash, or Magna Shrooms will remove its shovel regardless. For the rest of the game, you just need to patch up your Tallnuts and there shouldn't be a chance zombies break through. And easily, we're done with 6-7. Let's move on to the next level. Now, moving on to level 6-8, we have...
Why are you running? Why are you running?
The return of Conehead Pea Shooter zombies. This level is almost a complete repeat of 6-6. More of this pain. Make Conehead Pea Shooters 2 basic equivalent for goodness sake. I still tried using attacking plants. I wonder to myself, why am I here still using attacking plants? You cannot tell me this is doable with a regular, normal strategy. If you haven't seen it, Conehead Pea Shooter zombies count as 1 basic equivalent in this game, so they spawn as often as basic zombies but have the health of Conehead zombies. This makes them essentially impossible to defend in the early game. Since this is a roof level, not defending is equivalent to losing your flower pots, so there's basically no chance you can come back to build up proper normal defense. The solution to beat this level is almost identical to the one used for level 6-6. We sacrificed 4 roof cleaners to protect 1 row of sun producers using garlic, in order to stay alive first. Then, with those sun producers, we are only simply planting instant kills like Doom Shroom and Cherry Bombs as damage, while using Blover and Ice Shroom simply to stall zombies out. Any level with Conehead Pea Shooter zombies will have to be beaten using this exact same strategy again. They are just impossible to defend early game, unfortunately. Except, this level now has newspaper zombies and not football zombies. If you remember what happens after you spend an instant kill on them, clearly, that was not the smartest use of Doom Shroom I could have done there. So then, of course, we should plant 2 instant kills in quick succession to kill a newspaper zombie. So, Too bad, I thought. So why not just hypnotize them like we hypnotize football zombies? Surely that would work against them, right?
Oh my god! Oh jeez, oh my god!
If there are too many newspaper zombies, you simply cannot survive the early game. It's just how it is. You're not defending 4 newspaper zombies scattered into 3 different rows. You'll just have to take the loss and hope less of them spawn next time so you can at least do something about them. The only way to make the instant kill spam strategy compatible for newspaper zombies is to include Tallnut for the exclusive purposes of only blocking the newspaper zombies after breaking their newspaper. You still have to hope that they come cluttered in the same row so one Tallnut can deal with them all at once. Otherwise, you may have a slight problem in trying to get multiple Tallnuts. If you get past the early game with Tallnuts, then congratulations, you still have 2 more flags ahead of you. From this point on, you'll need to keep spamming instant kills. In particular, a lot of Doomshrooms, and a whole lot of Tallnuts. Your main source of damage is your Doomshroom, so just make sure you keep planting it and protect yourself with Tallnuts. Unfortunately, sometimes your Tallnut doesn't even recharge fast enough anyways to let you get enough of them to block off the newspaper zombies. They plow right through and you lose. What's even more annoying than that? Letterheads. There were no basic zombies in 6.6, so now we also have to deal with this stupid, fast speed, can't be blocked zombie. That being said, it's nowhere near as annoying as the jalapeno zombies, which are a spicy addition to this level. Okay, without jalapeno zombie shenanigans, the absence of catapult zombies, and where only gargantuars can crush garlics, this level offers a much more easy time with getting sun. Even if we are using the same strategy as in 6.6, the difficulty this time comes from knowing when to use your instant kills more than efficiently using them. You should be using your blower whenever possible after the first flag in the correct lane to push back letterheads and gargantuars that completely ignore garlics and tallnuts as blockers. You also need to be extremely careful regarding any newspaper zombies because you'll completely lose if you don't have a Tallnut to block them after a Doomshroom. And good luck to you if you want to try this extremely difficult level as well. And with that, that's the final wave. And one Doomshroom, that's this level over. Gargantuars would like to have a word. You may or may not have noticed, but Gargantuars can throw their imp no matter how far they are, so they can directly throw an imp into your house. I could have simply planted a Blover to push back the Gargantuar before I used Doomshroom to win with my leftover 3000 sun, but just one bad play is all it takes to lose the game. So, unfortunately, I did have to replay the level all over again. Even then, it was way too close for comfort as I took this 50-50 chance to beat the level. Anyways, we beat this level. Hopefully, your luck isn't as terrible as mine. you could have this easier than I did. With Doomshroom spamming behind us, let's move on to level 6-9. Level 6-9.
Nice.
So, what's the deal here? Bucketheads, pole vaulters, catapults, digger zombies, ladder zombies, and buckethead screen door squash zombies. Not too bad, I think. The level has pole vaulters, so obviously, I'm going to bring in tall nuts. Oh, but I wouldn't be talking about them first thing if it actually worked in the first place. The new problem this level are the buckethead zombies. Any buckethead zombie variant costs us a fortune to deal with, leaving us with not much stun to work with against pole vaulters. That includes the pumpkin zombie, which heals up the pole vaulters, and they don't even die to a Doomshroom, making them extremely frustrating. Or the classic old early game target zombie ruining your day casually by just dropping a gargantuar on your plants in the middle of the board. Alternatively, dropping a letterhead in the middle of the board so starfruits don't even have enough time to kill it, especially in the only row without a roof cleaner. And again, dropping 2 casual gargantuars against your 2 starfruits. These zombies are absolutely fair and balanced. I see absolutely no problem in this level. Oh yes, and it can also just throw its imp straight into the chimney because of how our starfruits are placed here. Skill issue? I think so. Hopefully, your luck isn't as bad as mine, and you can beat this level. My luck in this level was absolutely crooked. Even in the winning attempt, I had to deal with a wave 2 target zombie. And also 2 more pumpkin zombies that followed. By some miracle, my 2 magnet shrooms survived and were able to actually stop their infiltration. Then, after the first flag, let's all hope that pole vaulters simply don't go in the rows where we don't have tall nuts. It's a skill issue on your part if you can't avoid that issue, in my opinion. And yes, I also happen to skillfully not have to go against any regular catapult zombies, so all the catapult zombies just targeted my frontline tall nuts. That's called absolute skill. I think you get it at this point. These levels are pretty much already at such high difficulty on the difficulty scale, the only way to make these levels worse is introducing such RNG elements. Otherwise, you should beat this level with the strategy I'm showing here. Using starfruits as our main source of damage, lantern to double that, and magnet shrooms to counter bucketheads. Level 610. We're back in daytime. This isn't a conveyor belt level, and there's only basic zombies? Wait, and also 5,000 sun to work with. This has gotta be some kind of joke. We're back in daytime to fight Zomboss in the Choose Your Seats format. However, this version of the Zomboss is different to the 2 previous versions in Bruno Mode Regular and EX. First things first, Zomboss has full health in this level. In Bruno Mode Regular and EX, it has just half the health, so it will be at least twice as hard to kill. And if you remember how we beat the Zomboss those 2 times, we used Jalapeno since it dealt 5 times more damage when planted on the 9th column. It doesn't have this ability anymore. This means we have to actually deal all the damage to Zomboss. This is going to be much more interesting. So interesting in fact, this level took about a casual 5 hours to beat. You have a very limited amount of options in this level even with 10 seed slots. You need sunflowers and flower pots obviously because this is a roof level. Ice Room, Coffee Bean, and Jalapeno are also basically necessary here to defend any of the Zomboss's Fireball or Ice Ball attacks. That leaves you with 5 more remaining slots to choose from. It depends on how much you want to play this level out. Do you want more cost efficiency with Lantern or more variety on instant kills? The trick is finding a balance. You can't counter every zombie ideally because you're essentially going against every zombie that the Zomboss can deploy. Plus, Ice Room and Jalapeno won't do much because their cooldowns are just about as long as each cycle of the Zomboss launching a Fireball or Ice Ball attack. This actually makes Zombonis probably the hardest zombie to beat this level. Melonpulse basically never kills Zombonis in time because it starts 2 tiles further than usual with it coming out of Zomboss. And Jalapeno can't even save you because you have to save it for the Zomboss's Ice Ball attack. So, either you lose all your plants, or your plants get frozen. There's no better alternative. And yeah, this is slightly problematic, isn't it? I can't even plant more Melonpulse since they get instantly frozen. There's nothing to do about this. So, if Melonpulse don't do enough damage, Starfruits should be a better option, since they can do lots of damage and theoretically, it should be great damage against Zomboss as well. The main problem with that is Starfruit was never programmed to even see Zomboss in the first place, so if all the zombies are dead, Starfruit just does nothing. The second problem is that because Starfruits are slow recharge in this mod, a single camper van will basically end the game on the spot by destroying nearly half your defense. Sure, a single camper van isn't that bad, you can always replant your Starfruits. Oh wait, yes, Zomboss can just throw another one, because he just picks one up from somewhere. Additionally, Zomboss can also summon a Jack-in-the-Box Bungee variant to finish off any of your plants, so I'm pretty certain Umbrella Leaf is mandatory if you want to stand a chance. But I suppose you lose even more sun from using Melon Pulse if Zomboss throws a camper van, and this attack is completely unavoidable and unpredictable. I've tried so many different strategies on this one level, and it mostly is just Melon Pulse having too low damage to deal with all these zombies. I tried this rip-off Winter Melon strategy by using Snow Peas, but it really is just inefficient and not worth it because they are extremely vulnerable. One Zomboni and oops, Snow Peas are frozen. If you wonder what Kernel Pulse may do, they're even worse than Melon Pulse when it comes to damage, so don't bother trying this yourself. It's not even worth it to sacrifice Roof Cleaners to restrict where Zomboss can spawn its zombies. If you try to do that, it only puts more strain onto Melon Pulse that they can't handle. And no, you can't just cheese it by sacrificing 4 Roof Cleaners to then use Gloom Shroom and cheese all the remaining zombies that go in one lane. I didn't even bother trying this strategy because obviously Zombonis exist and will completely deny any close range plants this level, so that's not an option. This level is undeniably the most difficult level of the entire 6th world of Bruno Mode EX Plus, and good luck to you attempting to beat this true fight against Dr. Zomboss himself. Here is the winning attempt and the keys to success. First, let's talk about plant selection. You should be using Melon Pulse, Plantain, Umbrella Leaf, Potato Mine, and Squash as the 5 non-mandatory plants. Technically speaking, Umbrella Leaf is probably mandatory regardless of your strategy because Catapult Zombies have infinite health and they prevent Jack-in-the-Box Bungees. Melon Pulse and Plantain is the only way to actually do enough damage on the roof, and Starfruits don't even target Zomboss when it comes to attacking, as previously mentioned. In the early game, you want to copy my exact opening line of placing plantains and umbrella leaves in those exact positions, and make sure to get a lot of sunflowers. Make sure to keep pre-planting your ice shrooms to stock them up in case you need them later on the level, and activate them as need be if Zomboss shoots fireballs. If Zomboss doesn't shoot fireballs, you end up getting extra spare ice shrooms this way. Potato Mine and Squash are, in my opinion, the bread and butter of this level. You absolutely need them to mitigate the zombie variants in this level. I'm talking about the zombies that your Melon Pulse struggle against. Those are Zombonis, Football Zombies, Gargantuars, and Newspaper Zombies. Zombonis are the most dangerous since they can freeze your plant on the 4th column even if Potato Mine kills them on the 5th. Don't use Squash against Zombonis since it gets frozen. For that particular reason, Squash should always be used before Potato Mine if both are off cooldown if you're not targeting a Zamboni. Alternatively, if you got 2 ice shrooms on the lawn pre-planted, you can activate one of them to stall out an entire cycle of Zomboss spawns. Always have one available against the fireballs. Keeping the melon pulse alive is your #1 priority. If a chocolate pogo zombie takes a roof cleaner, leave the row as is. Don't dig up the melon pulse or replace sunflowers. It's the most beneficial to just keep your melon pulse even if a roof cleaner was used in its lane, because that opens up a lane for melon pulse to attack Zomboss, reducing the length of the fight. This level is definitely beatable legitimately as I did so right here, but it involves a lot of chance and you really need not too many Zambonis to spawn as they are extremely devastating. And thank God, this dreaded level is finally over, and we've beaten Brute Mode EX+.